Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gemstone Yoga, brought to you by the Gemstone Wellness Collective. My name is Lexi, and today I will be taking you through a quick and gentle yoga flow that is perfect for you to incorporate at any point throughout your day if you just want a little bit of movement. This is a full body flow, so you're going to really feel a well-rounded stretch. No props are necessary for class today. However, if you'd like to have 2 blocks handy, that's great. If not, no worries. Let's get started. Meet me on your seats in Sukhasana or easy seat, just ankles crossed, simple crisscross position. Get grounded, sit up nice and tall, rest your palms on your knees, bring the shoulders away from the ears as you find length through your spine and your neck. Let's start by taking a big breath in together, filling the lungs and the belly, and exhaling, letting go of any tension you may be holding on to. One more time. Deep breath in. And exhale, letting go of anything that came before this or anything that is to come after. All right, let's get started. Sweep the arms up. We're going to catch our left wrist with our right hand. Take a nice big breath in. Find length, and on the exhale, we're going to bend towards the right, twisting our chest open towards the ceiling to get a really nice side body opening. This feels great on the spine, nice gentle way to warm up. Opening of the left side body, rib cage. Really trying to feel grounded underneath our seat. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And exhale, come on back to the top. Great job. Other side. Let's catch our right wrist with our left hand. Breathe in, find length. And bend towards the left, twisting the chest open towards the ceiling. Really feeling that nice side body opening on your right side this time. Again, feeling grounded, feeling at peace, feeling at one with yourself. One more big breath in. And on the exhale, go ahead and release. Drop the arms. Let's take a gentle twist. Left hand goes to right knee. Right arm straight behind you. Breathe in, find length, nice tall spine. And on the exhale, twisting gently towards the right, looking over that right shoulder. Breathing in, breathing out. Noticing that with your breath, if you can find a little bit more space, twist a little bit deeper on your exhales. One more breath in. And breathe out. Great job. Come to center. Other side. Right hand, left knee. Left hand straight behind you. Breathe in. Find length. And exhale, twisting towards your left, looking over that left shoulder. Making sure the shoulders are peeled away from the ears. Let's take one more breath in. And on the exhale, go ahead and release. Great job. Let's fold forward. So I want you to just tent your fingertips, walk forward as much feels comfortable with your hip mobility. Feel free to rest your forearms. Feel free to rest your forearms onto the ground in front of you if you can. Drop your head and neck so that there is no weight. Just let it dangle. You can shake it yes, shake it no. Really just folding into this easy seat forward fold. One more breath in. And breathe out. Great job. Slowly walk your arms back up. Let's roll forward onto our hands and knees. Meet me in a tabletop position. We want to make sure that our wrists are underneath our elbows, underneath our shoulders. Knees are underneath hips. Pressing the palms into the mat, tops of the feet into the mat. Let's take a nice big inhale as we roll our shoulders up, back, and down, arching the back, looking towards the ceiling, finding our cow pose. On the exhale, pressing away, rounding the spine, finding our cat pose. Inhale, arching the back. Cow pose, looking towards the ceiling. Feeling that nice space creating in your spine. And press away from the mat with your exhale. Cat pose. peering towards your belly button, rounding the spine. Inhale, arching your back, looking towards the ceiling, cow pose. Exhale, pressing away from the mat, cat pose. Go ahead and do this at your own pace, flow through this cat-cow motion. Feel free also to add in any organic movements your body might be asking for right now, maybe some side to sides. This is a great opportunity to stretch your wrist if you want to quickly do that before we head into downward facing dog. Feel free to also stick with cat-cow or take a child's pose. It's a choose your own adventure kind of day. Wherever you're at, let's all take one more breath and come back to a neutral spine. Great job. We're gonna extend our right foot back, flexing the foot and press into those toes. So we're getting a nice calf opening stretch here. Pulsing back and forth. Finding your edge and really just warming up those calf muscles. Great job. Let's go ahead and come to a neutral spine. We're gonna lift that back leg, engage the glutes, engage your core. Breathing in. If you feel stable, feel free to lift your left hand up, coming into balancing table, activating the core a little bit. Nothing too crazy. One more breath in. And release back to the mat. Great job. Other side. Left leg extends back, flexing the foot, pulsing back and forth. Warming up the calf before we head into our downward facing dog. Great job. All right, let's come to stillness. Again, engage the core, engage the glutes, lift that back left leg, keep that foot flexed as you find your half balancing table. Take a nice big deep breath in, and on the exhale, if you feel stable enough, lift your right arm up to come into balancing table. One more big breath in, and breathe out. Go ahead and come back to neutral. We're gonna take our knees to the widest edges of our mat, toes are together. Let's all sit back together as we come into this wide child's pose. Now, your hands can be outstretched in front of you. You can form a little pillow under your forehead. Whatever feels most comfortable to you is great with me. If this is too much for your hips, please feel free to take a traditional child's pose where your knees are together and you're just seated back onto your heels. I prefer a wide child's pose. I think it gets a little bit deeper into the hips. Feels really good for me personally. So again, choose your own adventure. We're just going to be here for a moment. Don't get too comfortable. Notice where your mind is at right now without any judgment. Just acknowledge those thoughts that are coming in and send them away. One more breath in and release. Come on up, back to a tabletop. Let's take a thread the needle. We're gonna place the weight into your left hand. Right arm is going to come up, find this nice big opening, and then sweep the right arm underneath the left, shift forward, and plant your right ear to the mat. Thread the needle. You can tent your left fingertips in front of you. If that feels good, kind of helps get into that twist. Breathe here. Great job. All right, come on up. Let's take a counter twist. Weight goes into that left hand, right arm comes back up, nice big opening of the chest, and come back. Other side, weight comes into the right arm, left arm comes up, find a nice big open stretch here, and sweep that left arm underneath the right, shifting forward, planting our left ear to the mat, and tenting the right fingertips in front of you. Breathing in. Breathing out, nice and steady. Great job. Plant your right arm back on the mat, left arm comes up, nice big open stretch, counter stretch. Perfect. All right, let's head into our first downward facing dog of class. We're gonna flex the feet, press our booty back and up towards the ceiling, pressing the shoulders and the chest towards your thighs. You can pedal out your feet here. We're going to wrap the biceps forward so that our arms are not locked out. We have a micro bend in the elbows, letting our head and neck dangle as we pedal out the feet, really getting into the hamstrings, the calves, all that good stuff. Let's come to stillness, trying to drop the heels as close to the mat as possible, but as you can see, even mine don't touch. All right, let's go up on our tippy toes and release back to the mat. Tippy toes, back to the mat, and last time, tippy toes, back to the mat. Great job. Go ahead and look forward, walk your feet towards your hands. You can put a big bend in your knees here if you need to. I want you to grab opposite elbows here and just dangle back and forth. Your feet can be together or they can be about hips width distance, 2 fists apart. Wherever you feel most stable, take that. Great job. Go ahead and come to stillness. Release your arms to the mat, put a big bend in your legs, and then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll up to the stand with your shoulders being the last thing to come. Great job. Let's get into some sun salutations. We're not going to build too much heat in the body, but we want to just get that mobility and that movement going. Arms up and forward fold. Find your halfway lift, long neutral spine, forward fold. Put a slight bend in your legs, send that right leg back, find a long, low lunge. Left leg meets it for plank, shift forward, lower all the way to the mat. Untuck the toes, wrap the shoulder blades back, pressing up, finding your cobra pose. Release back to the mat, pressing back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, and breathe out. One more breath in. And breathe out, look towards the top of your mat, walk your feet forward, find your forward fold, halfway lift, forward fold, sweep the arms up, hands to heart center. Great job. One more time on the other side. Arms up and swan dive forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. We're going to bend our legs and send the left leg back this time, long low lunge. Right leg meets it for plank, shift forward, lower all the way to the mat. Untuck the toes. Roll the shoulder blades back, pressing up, finding that cobra pose, our baby back bend, releasing back to the mat. Pressing back, downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in. And breathe out. Go ahead and look towards the top of your mat. Walk your feet towards your hands. Find your forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold, sweep the arms up, and hands to heart center. Great job. Let's continue to flow a little bit before we end with some of our finishing postures. All right, step to the top of your mat. Let's go ahead and start just how we did with those sun salutations. Arms up, forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. This time we're going to step back into a downward facing dog. Take a nice big deep breath here. Center the left foot, lift the right leg up, finding a 3-legged dog. Sweep your right leg through, planting it in between your palms. Untuck, I just got so dizzy. Untuck the toe, drop your back foot, arms up, low lunge. Breathe in, breathe out. This is like an after effect of COVID. Breathe in, breathe out. Really trying to square the hips, getting a nice extension of that hip flexor. Shoulders away from the ears, squeezing the glutes in. Breathing in. Breathing out. Great job. Let's drop our hands to the mat. We're going to take a gentle twist. Let's take our left hand, place it on the mat. Right arm comes up. Nice big twist. And back to the mat. Great job. Left leg lifts. Right leg meets it for plank. Shift forward, lower all the way to the mat. Untuck the toes, lift your chest, find your cobra. Release back to the mat. And downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. Other side now. Let's center our right leg, lift the left leg up, 3-legged dog, and sweep that left leg through, planting it in between your palms. Drop the back foot, untuck the toe, and come on up, low lunge. Squaring the hips, squeezing the glutes. Breathing in. Breathing out. Dropping the arms to the mat, keeping the right palm planted firmly on the mat. Let's take our left arm up, find a nice big twist. Drop that left hand back to the mat, untuck the toes, come on up, meet me in a plank, shift forward, lower all the way to the mat, untuck the toes, find your cobra, wrap the shoulder blades back, pressing back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, and breathing out. Let's go ahead and drop our knees to the mat again, taking our wide child's pose. So knees to the outside edges of the mat, toes together. Sit back onto your heels, and let's take a few moments to just really sink into this posture. One more big breath in. And release. Great job. Come on up. Go ahead and meet me on your seats. You can meet me in a diamond position. We're going to get started in bound angle pose for our finishing postures before we wrap up this gentle flow. Oh, and all right, so soles of the feet are together. Man, does anybody else have like after effects of COVID? I'm like out of breath after this gentle flow. All right, heels are together, soles of the feet together. Breathing in, finding lots of length, and then I want you to just fold forward. You can round the spine here if you like. Drop the head and neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. And breathe out. Great job. Come on up. Let's go ahead and extend our right leg out. Bring that left leg so that the sole of your foot is touching the inner thigh of your right leg. We're going to twist our chest so that we are facing our right leg. And we're going to slowly begin to walk our hands as we find this forward fold in this Janu Shirshasana. Trying to keep a nice long spine here. So it's less about finding the dramatic forward fold here where our chest is on our leg and we're like completely folded over. This is more about hinging at the hips, keeping a nice long spine, and really feeling it in our hamstring. Breathing in. Breathing out, seeing if you can find your edge, and then on your next inhale, breathe into it and sink a little lower on your exhale. Great job. One more breath here. And release. Walk your hands back. Let's switch sides. Left leg extends this time. Right leg is going to come in. Sole of the right foot comes to the inner thigh of your left leg. Twisting the chest towards your left leg. Walking your hands to find this forward fold as we maintain that nice long spine and neck. One more breath in. And release. Come on up. Great job. All right, go ahead. Meet me on your backs. We're just going to take some gentle windshield wipers here. So I want you to just knock your knees from side to side. Super gentle. Lower back, hips. Your own pace. And then let's take one. And then come to. Let's lift leg up, cross and then lace your fingers behind that left leg and pull towards you. finding this reverse figure 4. Really breathing into this. Like I said, with that last forward fold, just try to breathe into any sticky spaces you feel. Send your breath there, and on the exhale, see if you can pull a little further. One more breath in. And release. Other side. Let's cross our left leg, left over our right knee. Interlace the fingers behind the right leg and pull towards you. Breathe in. And breathe out. Your side should feel totally different. One of my favorite yoga instructors always says that, congratulations, you're human. Miss Aditi. She always says, if your sides feel different, congratulations, you're a human. Check her out with Peloton. She's fabulous. But it's so true. Everybody's going to feel different side to side, day to day, minute to minute. It's all about accepting it and embracing it. Let's take one more breath in. And release. Go ahead and give your knees a big squeeze together. You can round your spine if you'd like. And then let's exhale as we come into Shavasana. Relaxing our legs and our arms to our sides. We won't be here for long, but just really sink into the mat. Take note of the thoughts that are coming through your mind, and with compassion and kindness, acknowledge them and take them for what they are, simply thoughts. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana longer, please do so. You can pause this video here. If you'd like to come up, go ahead and roll to one side. Gently press yourself into a seated position and meet me in a cross-legged, comfortable position. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a nice big deep breath in. And breathe out. I want to thank you all for practicing with me today. It truly brings me so much joy to be able to share this practice of yoga with you. Until next time, be well, shine bright. Namaste.